Good evening. Hello. Good evening, boys. Good evening. Hello. Hello and welcome. Welcome to the stream. Another nice plane chip development. Why not? Why not, huh? It's Monday, so Monday is a bit of a tough day, you know, because the week is restarting, you know, you're planning what to do for the rest of the week. Stuff needs to pile up and such, so, but, you know, we can still dedicate some time. We can still dedicate some time to some development, why not? And yes, my body is continuously shaking. I didn't get an answer from the developers yet. I sent an email with the details, but consider I sent it on Friday. Actually, we did 2 streams on Saturday and Sunday, but it's not a business day, so I was not expecting them to answer during the weekend, right? So maybe they will answer this week or later this week, and at the end, if there is no other chance, if there is no other chance, I will buy the subscription, right? I will do that. The Magic Shop music, yes, is very nice. There are a lot of very nice songs. And I will buy the subscription, but I think still they should provide, you know, a version, a basic version which actually is usable. Otherwise, they are not really respecting the original intent. I mean, the original intent was to provide anyway the software, a functional software, you know, a working software, even for free, and then having the, let's say, extensions or the additional stuff, the advanced stuff to be in a subscription mode. But and also another reasoning I have is that I'm already producing a lot of free software, so why not, you know, get their free software as well. So, but anyway, if we get a negative response, we will buy it, no problem. We will buy it, no problem. I think I didn't refresh. This is the picture of the day of yesterday. No, it's the one of today. Okay. So we were working on the guild window, right? I didn't have any time really to do anything, so we are exactly at the time in the same place that we were yesterday night, right? Exactly there. I didn't touch anything, unfortunately. I had zero time, but meanwhile, hello one learner, hello Ulla, hello Matt, welcome, hi. I think when I'm looking straight, my character is kind of okay. Is when I start to look around that is, if I just rotate the head a bit, it's going crazy. It's like moving so much. But anyway, so we had one bug which was submitted in our bug tracker, which basically said that the invite and the leave are not working. By the way, I think a lot of these buttons are actually not working, by the way. But let's start to fix the ones that are the most important, right? And in particular, the invite and the leave, I think, are the two that are the most relevant. And yesterday we checked another functionality which is very similar, which is inside WinBuddies, which is basically doing the same. So it's asking you if you want to add a new buddy, and it's asking you a confirmation, right? So the idea is to mimic the same behavior of the window also for this one. So for example, there is the invite. The invite is the first step is to create a window input box, because you need to type the name of the person you want to invite to the guild, which is pretty much the same. Okay, so we can say enter the player name to invite, and the calling window will be the guild window. Okay, the guild. This one is needed because the input box will record what is the calling window, and then based on the calling window it will send back, you know, the message. We could have done it with a dispatcher, actually. Actually, there is a dispatcher. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, let's follow the logic. I think will be good. Anyway, we pass in the guild as an input. Then we set this one as a variable. I don't know why we do this, but fine. I think we will set it as a variable. The new input box. We add it to the viewport, right? We add it to the viewport. And then we bind the event to the dispatcher input box. Ah, yes, okay. And then, it's for this. Yes, I understand. And then when we are receiving the player name entered, then we check that we are in the proper guild window, right? So that one was actually for the guild. And if this is the case, then we call the server and we invited the person, right? Now we need to find out what is the command for inviting the people. I think it's guild invite, but just to be sure, Yes, it's guild invite. Guild invite and then the name. So it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, boys. So we will call slash guild invite and then space, yes, and then the name. I don't think we need this add. So I think this pin can be removed. So it's just guild invite and the name, right? Yes. Okay. Then we get the player controller and we basically execute the command on the server side, right? And then at the end we remove the input box, which is the one that we used to enter the name, right? So that is the sequence. I think it's simple enough. Now I want to check if the input box requires something else. Let me see. Setup input, calling input, parent window, click on yes. No, I would say nothing very specific. I don't know what happens if you click on no. There is no, it's not possible. Actually, this has been called yes, but it's actually a button OK. It's not a button yes. It's a button OK. Yeah, we can change it just for consistency. Hello, Marcelum. Hi. Welcome. Welcome. By the way, today we had well, actually yesterday, we had a person that was interested in helping out in the 3D. He will work on some of the Ojoveda buildings. Let's see what he does, and if we will be able to do it. I think he will, so let's see. So there are some prototype buildings like this one that we created but never finished, and they are, let's say, located in the new area of Oja, because I really would like to open the new areas as soon as possible. Because anyway they are in the map, you know, and not using them sounds a bit of a waste. But there is some work needed to fix the buildings and to improve the buildings. And by the way, he's an old player, so he's someone that played the game many years ago, and he tried to find it again. He told me that he was trying to find the game again, and the only thing he remembered was the crystal blue, but he didn't remember the name of the game. And then he found it back. Okay, so this part in theory should work. We can test it, but before testing it, maybe let's test also the leave. Okay, let's test also the leave. So the leave is creating a confirmation box. He's doing the setup of the confirmation box with the general confirm, which I think is okay. And he's adding to the viewport, okay. And we said we have the question ID number 4. Now, question ID number 4, question type, question ID. Send answer on PC. Parse result client only. Yes, if it's client only. Yeah, obviously we need it client only, yeah? We need it client only. Yes, client only. So the client only will go inside of this. We'll check again the player controller. We get the question ID. Okay, the default, I think we can absolutely remove it. It's not needed. We will have now a number 4. And now a number 4 will go back, you know, we go back to the proper window. Now, is it remove body? Let me see what remove body is doing. It's executing the command on the PC, and if the answer is no, then what happens? If the answer is no, if the answer is no, it's doing nothing. Okay. Okay. So I think we can create another function which is in the win guild, right? Which is basically the one that is coming back. The one that is coming back, and we call it not remove body, but we call it leave guild, right? And click at yes. Okay, so if we click at yes, we get the body name. We don't need it in this case. We just need a command to leave the guild. I think it's guild leave. I think it's guild leave. No, maybe it's leave guild then. No, okay, no, it's not. Guild remove member confirm. Leave confirm. Yeah, it's doing guild remove with your name. Okay, I understand. He's doing guild remove with your name. Okay, that's easy to do. So we do guild remove, and then we put in the name. We put in our name. Now, how do we get our name? Good question. I think we are replicating. For sure, we are replicating our name to the client. I just don't know if we are replicating the full name or we are replicating I think I need to do get pawn. I don't have on my controller a variable which is a PS character. No. No. I thought we had one for simplicity, but probably we don't. Probably we don't. Huh? Strange. Strange. Okay, let's check. Player controller. I want a function that returns an APS character, basically. Yeah, there is get PS. But it's not exposed to. It's not exposed to blueprints. It's not exposed to blueprints. Okay. Okay, fine. I mean, it would be probably a good idea to expose it to blueprint anyway, because I mean we are gonna use it a bit, but I mean it's not a problem. I mean we can just call it. It's just one node more, you know. So it's just get pawn and then cast it to PS character BP. But I mean it's just one node more. So it's not an issue. And in this one we should get the name now. Get character name. Now we need to be sure though that we have the right value replicated, right? Let me just double check what we are replicating. If I go here in my player character and I search for get lifetime replicated props, so we see that we replicate the full name. So the full name is actually there, but the single name is not. So this function get char name will not work. We can try with the full name and see what happens. Even if usually you are not passing to this function the full name, you're just passing the first name. But let's try. And then we just execute the command, right? Yes, and that should be it. That should be it. Okay, I think we can test it and see if those two buttons now are working as expected. I'm pretty sure there are many. The problem is that I have the maps. Fuck. I think I have all the maps, right? Because I was doing the map fixes. Yes, I have all the maps, boys. No, if I have all the maps, the server will take a lot to load, so it's not a good idea. Let me delete all the maps that we didn't change. Anyway, we changed only hide line, and that's it. So I think we can delete all the other maps except the podium that we needed. Ojaveda, no, Ojaveda we didn't, well anyway, I can leave it, but Ojaveda we didn't change. Ojaveda we didn't change. Okay, let's launch it like this. So we're not loading too many maps. Okay. The server at the moment is down, eh? If you need it, let me know. Meanwhile, I'm building the Mac client because someone requested it, which is interesting. And so it's very strange that we get this error though. You see this error? Can't find file, game, audio, ranged ambient sound. Why we get this error? I've seen it also in the Windows release. It was a bit weird. So basically it's saying, when loading this map, it's saying that it cannot find game, audio, PS ranged ambient sound. I mean, is it not loaded in SVN maybe? Oh, fuck. He's not. Uh-oh. Okay. So I guess that the additions that I did to the sounds are working only on Windows. Yeah, not working on Linux or Mac because he's actually missing that. That's a pity, but it's okay. We will have it in the next release. Yeah, you see? It's a question mark, so it means that it's not in SVN. No, I didn't want to click on that. Okay, so we're gonna add it and we're gonna check it in. Why is not marked as addition? Strange. Because we have the game loading. Okay. Yeah, because we are loading the game. Okay, let's do one thing at a time. But anyway, that is something that we need to do, eh? That is something that we need to do. Okay, so we want to test. So let's log in with our main account, which hopefully has a guild created. If not, we will create a guild. Are you sure you have the map backup? Yes, everything is backup here. Everything. I do. Everything is properly backed up. Basically, when you see a green marker like this, when you see a green mark like that, it means that the file is checked in and is saved in our internal repository, right? So okay, where is the guild? The guild is here. Ah, yes, we are in a guild, the test guild. Perfect. So I will try to invite someone. So let me invite Edunader to our guild. Edunader is not online right now. Okay. Well, that's good though. So it means that he understood that case. So let's launch another client. And let's connect with the other guy. Let's connect to the other client and see if we can do something. So we connect with another client and we try to invite this guy. So we'll connect with dev1. We are in the dummy database, so all the logins that you see are like dummy logins that we use only for the dummy database. You have to check in files for every version. I told you real digital. Yeah, but that's new. Yeah, no, because I think it's a good question. So I will try to give you a good answer. Okay. So basically, we have three environments. We have the Windows environment, which is this machine that you see now. We have the Linux environment and we have the Mac environment, right? And this is where we build the three versions. So these are three different computers, right? Dedicated to, well, not dedicated, but anyway, they do the build. So now all my files are created here. So this is where the files are initially created, right? And then what I do, I check in this file into Subversion, right, which is our repository, and then from Subversion I'm gonna get this file back on the other machine. So basically, and then when I package, I package here, and I package here. So if for any reason I forgot some files, from my Windows machine and I didn't put it in Subversion, obviously these two guys, the Linux and the Mac, will not get them back, right? And so this is exactly what happened now. So I have one file that is only living on my Windows machine, and so the Linux and the Mac didn't get it, unfortunately. What do you mean that player is already a member of the guild? What? He's already a member of a guild. Okay. Okay, let's try to leave our guild then, and to join his guild. Okay, so I will try to leave my guild. Do you want to leave your guild? Yes. It seems he didn't do anything. Looks like he didn't do anything, boys. Because it seems that I'm still in a guild. Rerare Guildmaster. Rerare Guildmaster. If I click on leave... Do we have any printout on that? Maybe I didn't save this thing. Or we didn't finish the leave, maybe. Ah, yes, we didn't finish the leave, boys. I got distracted. We didn't finish the leave because the leave is here. We need to connect. So we added the function. We added the function to the guild. This is this one, but then we didn't call it. So yes, it's doing nothing at the moment. So I need to call. So I need to get my win guild, and then I need to call leave guild. Okay. From number 4. Okay, sorry. I didn't finish the thing. I didn't finish the thing, that's why. Yeah, I was surprised it was not doing anything, but... Okay. So let me save this one. Let me also check in the file on audio that we missed now that we have the client stopped. So basically it's this one. This one should be saved and should be checked in. I never did the check-in from here, but I think it should work, right? Added, missing ranged ambient sound component. I never did it from Unreal. I always do it from the directory, but let's see if it worked actually. Wait. Yes, it worked. It worked properly, boys. Yes. Okay, good. It worked as expected. Very nice. Very nice. As well as the script that puts everything to 000, I suppose, and put it back. I looked at the GIF workflow. Yeah, I've seen a message from you on that, Marcelo, but I didn't have the time to check the details. So what does that... I mean, we should use it to export stuff from Blender, like he's moving... What he's doing is moving to 0, exporting, and then putting it back where it was, or how does that work? Because that's kind of interesting if we can use it. Why not? Okay, so I saved my confirmation box now. I can test it later on. I want to move on with some of the bugs. There are also a number of other errors like these ones. Move file was unable to move. Probably because it's the same client that I ran twice, and he's getting a bit confused of... Yeah, that's probably the reason. But still it should work. Okay, let's try to leave from our guild. What the fuck? Something refreshed on this side. No? I've seen something refreshing this side, but... The leader cannot simply leave the guild. He must appoint a new leader first. Oh my god. So I cannot disband my guild. What the hell? Because I am the guild master, yes. Okay, let's invite... Okay, let's... And this guy is also a guild master because I did... I did a guild with this guy. Okay, so we need another guy. We need a guy that is not in any guild. Okay. We need a guy that is not in any guild to do the test. We have other characters here, so we just take another character. We take Dited. Dited Todud. These names are random generated, so... But anyway, I think it generates names that are kind of possible. Okay, so we don't have a guild, so we are going to get invited by... So we invite Dited. So we invite Dited. You ask Dited to join your guild. Okay, so this guy, you have been invited to join the test guild. Please, yes. Okay. So now we join the guild. Now, the only problem is that the guild window is not refreshing, which is not great, but... and if I click on guild, unfortunately nothing happens. Why? I see him in the list, even if I see him not online, but I think because this has not been updated. But did I join your guild? Okay. But why? Ah, now yes, now we can do it. Okay, so now he sees it. So he sees the guild master and he sees myself as level 1. Okay, so I see myself as level 1 in this guild. So can I invite someone else? I mean, I think it depends on the... You do not have the right to invite. Okay. Depends on the permissions, right? There is an example in script that export selected items, so I modified it to save the position and move them back. Okay. Just break it in XYZ. Yeah, because anyway the rotation I think is not relevant. Well, the rotation is relevant, but I think we can assume for now that we keep the same rotation. We keep the same rotation. Okay, so let me click on leave. Do you want to really leave your guild? Yes. You have left your guild. Now if I click on leave again, you are not in a guild. Okay, so yeah, the window of guild is not really refreshing, but I still see myself in it though, which is not good. It seems that the master gets the proper update, but the member that left doesn't get the update. Okay, that's another thing we need to fix, but anyway, it was removed, so it means that the leave button actually works. So the leave button works properly. And the invite button works properly as well, right? Because we did invite and we did leave. So this is very good. Okay, so this at least this bug is fixed. Now we have few issue with the visualization, because like now I'm not in any guild, right? But the guild page is still popping up with the previous data, because it seems that it's not refreshed, right? So I just want to see when I click on that. Because I actually received the message you are not in a guild. Right? But it seems that I'm not getting the refresh of the UI. So that's the problem. Guild info, no in it. Yeah, because it's asking request from the server all guild information. So it's basically asking it at the startup, and then is assuming that I will receive the proper information when. Okay, so basically, when this guy leaves the guild, we need to send him the update. But at the moment, it seems that we are sending the update only to the existing members. Okay, let's go in guild manager and check why. So if you go in guild manager, there should be a function dedicated to leaving the guild. There is an handle join, handle subscribe, handle online, handle sergate. I don't see. There is a remove member from alliance, but it's different than leaving from guild. I cannot find the freaking. Okay. Let's go in handle command message. Maybe this one is new guild and guild name, guild invite, guild remove. Yes, it's guild remove. Guild remove is going inside a function called remove. Okay, there was a function called remove. Yes, there was. Okay, it's doing some checks. It's checking if remove member. So this is where it's actually doing the removal, right? Unsubscribe guild data. Unsubscribe guild data. Send notifications. I think this send notification is the one that is notifying everyone that the guild has been changed. Message type. Member data, yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. But this one is doing it only for the people that are actually part of the guild. So the people that are part of the guild are getting the update, but the guy that left doesn't. And I think it's part of this unsubscribe guild data. find and notify subscriber. Notify subscriber remove. But this is not enough. We need to tell the client that the UI... I see it. Forward blank and remove old. Yes, is this thing. I think it's this thing. The problem is, can we use this one? Because here the guild info will be null, I guess. No, I don't understand. What is this thing doing? Target client, okay. Tip will be blank. Message of the day is still the message of the day. Guild mod is still blank. If guild members send to all the members, send only to a specific client. I think this part is a bit messy. I mean, I don't understand why we need to use this one. Probably there was a bit of a trick, you know. There was a bit of a trick that we were using. Like, we were probably checking if one of these things were empty. And then we were emptying the wall thing. But I don't really think it's a good idea. I think we need a different message. I think we need a message dedicated to just leaving the guild. I think we can create a new function which is something like send guild clear data or something like that. You know? And the send guild clear data I think can just be a function directly on the player controller of this guy. And we can remove this thing because I don't know, to me it doesn't make any sense to send empty data. Was sending a dummy message to clean up some data, but doesn't seem correct. So we use a new function. This new function will be send guild clear data, which is telling the client that we left the guild. And because we cannot assume that we left from the client side when we click on leave, because maybe the server will reject our request, right? So we need to be, yes. I think he has no parameters because it's just okay. So we create a send guild clear data. I think we need to work more on guilds anyway. I think he will. There are a lot of those buttons which are actually not doing anything. I think so. Okay. Okay, let's recompile. There is a blueprint callable. No, this is a mistake. You see that there was a receive no alliance, for example. There is also a receive not in guild. Wait, maybe we can use this one, huh? There is a receive not in guild already implemented. Receive not in guild. Wait. Receive not in guild. No, but this is when you are not in a guild and you. No. No. We can. No. This one is not. This one is when you are trying to create a guild. We need a new. We need a new message. We need this guy as being a new message. Absolutely. By the way, the numbers of the last streams were pretty high. We got like in, I think the last 2 or 3 streams, we got always like, 30, 40 people. I mean, unique people. Now, not really watching, because the watching is always, low, like 4, 5, 6 people. But unique visitors, they were quite a bit. Maybe we got suggested, on the similar streams to other people. Yeah, I'm sorry for yesterday. I raided someone, and again, that person was already hosting someone else. So I really need to click on the person and see what he's doing, because otherwise... Wait, because otherwise we may just raid for nothing like we did yesterday. Yes. Are you adding up Twitch and YouTube? No, I was speaking of Twitch. Between Twitch and YouTube, usually we have, I don't know, from 8 to maximum 15 people. Depends a bit on the day, depends a bit on... but yeah. I mean, we are not really growing. But we are slowly growing. We are not really growing. I mean, I see people that do... they have pretty, big numbers of viewers. Maybe they also organize themselves differently. Like they do more fun stuff probably on the stream. Like they develop more modern games, and also they tend to stream less and stream when they have some content, and maybe people are more eager to watch. But we definitely gained some people, but not that much. Not that much. Considering we are, really fully developing a game. But I think it's the type of game. Not many people are interested in, an old school MMO. That's probably why. And while I said that, we lost the 2 viewers. Easy loss. Think the pace of change will accelerate when you go to Unreal Engine. Yes. I think when we are open alpha, more people will be interested in what is it. At the moment, it's still closed alpha, and so probably... You play the old game? Yeah. Yeah, it's not super intuitive, but when you get the hang of it, I think then you can roll with it. But you need a bit of time to really understand the controls, how it works, and what you have to do. And I mean, it's not an easy game, right? It's not a game, even if he has a tutorial, and so we are trying to explain things in the tutorial, but at the end, it's not a very easy game. I mean, it doesn't want to be an easy game. I mean, we are not particularly trying to make it easy, right? But I think that, yes, the old game is not very user-friendly. I mean, also the new game is not very user-friendly, I have to say. I mean, it's what is called, polishing a game. Polishing really is when you manage to smooth the entry point for the players. Okay, I think inside player controller we will get the new. But it's a good point. Like, I'm very interested to know what made the experience hard. What was the problem? I fell down some stairs with only a sword, so now I'm stuck in the dead world. In theory, you should not go. You should not go into the dead world if you're a new player. It's very strange that you went to the dead world because there is a check that. It's very strange that you went into that world because it's usually sending only the players that have many hours. It's based on the hours that you have in the game. And if you are, and also the tutorial area as a spawn point, which is ignoring that realm. Or maybe there is a bug. Maybe there is a bug, and for some reason you were sent anyway. But in theory, should not happen. So this will be send guild clear data on client. Okay, so I don't know if we have an initialization of some kind, but I don't know if we have it already. I mean, if we have like if we have an initialize, but I don't think so. I don't think we have any of that. In theory, we can call, all these functions that we already have, just passing empty values, and I think it will work. So if I go for like guild info, like this, and I said the guild name is nothing, the secret is nothing, the web page is nothing. I think in theory it should clear up all the, yeah, because it's just clearing up the fields, and if I send it with the empty members, it will just clear the window. Yeah, I think I can do that. I think that's the easiest for me. That's very easy. So I need, basically I need this, this, this. We can try to pass them all empty and see what happens. I think it's probably fine. So members, we try to pass an empty array. I don't know if it let us do it though. No, it doesn't let us do it. I knew it. I need to make an empty array though. Okay, like this. Yes. So we pass in an empty array. Okay. Okay. So I think that this one should clear up everything, because it's clearing the wall thing. Now I'm not sure about the permissions though, because members, guild levels for each loop, break guild, current panel. The privileges may not be removed. The other challenging issue is I cannot change the size. Well, I fell down the stairs and I cannot change the size of the text independent of the setting of the screen. I was leaving it open and went to the city and played the next day. Ah, you left it open. Yeah, so the game thinks that you have more than 10 hours of gameplay or whatever it is, the threshold. I think is 10 hours. And so, yes, in that case, you go to the Death Realm. So now you need to find the exit, but you can find the exit. No, the characters don't speak. But they don't speak in Unreal either, so. But there are usually GMs online, so you can ask a GM, but... M is the camera, yes. M is the camera. But there is extensive information on the wiki in case, but you can just ask to people in Discord. I think that's the easiest. M cycles the camera. Okay, I think this is good. So we are calling this thing. Now... Now. Okay, so this is good. Okay, and we added this. Okay, win guild, erase, save guild level. Okay, fine. So we can try that again, but at least we fixed the leave and we fixed the join guild and the invite. So which is pretty good. So you can create a guild now, you can invite people, you can leave the guild, and everything seems to be working fine, right? So that's pretty good. So I think we can close this bug, boys. I think I will close this bug, and I will set it as... No, it's not this one. But let me keep this one open because this one is the next one I want to work on. Guild. Okay, so this one will be fixed pending release. Which is nice. Then we go to... The text is super small. Yeah, we have the same problem in Unreal anyway. We need that's you know, a request to make the text bigger and to scale the UI. I don't know if there is a, you know, I don't know if there is a solution for scaling the whole UI in a good way, you know, because we will need it. So how to scale the UI at runtime? Yes, that's the question, because we will have to scale aspect ratio. These are different questions, but it's something that I need to understand. I mean, if there is a way that we can do it easy or not. So in theory, what happens at the moment is that when you change the resolution, the UI in theory scales with it, right? So I think that works already. It's just the problem that our base is already very small. I think that's probably the problem. But I think that I need to investigate. I mean, is a problem in itself. We need to really dedicate time to that. It may be a pretty big development to fix everything. In-game chat window will scale the text, but all the other screen will not scale. Maybe we implemented it only on the chat because it was the most relevant, and so we did it only in one place. That's very possible. Okay, the other bug that I want to check is this one, right? Look into a locked box. If you lock a box, you can still look into it, right? And that's not very good. So we need to understand why this happens. Now the question is, do we have a test case in in the dummy database for a locked box or not? Do we have that? I can check. In theory, there should be a flag. No, there's no flags. There's no flags, huh? But I remember we had item type. Container. Container, 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 stackable, stackable. No, probably we have it in probably we have it in item instances then. So is the instance that says if it can be locked or not? Yeah, that's probably the case. Yes, locked, lockable. Yeah. Okay, I see it. Locked, lockable. But wait, I mean, who is deciding if that object can be? I think it's just a flag on the object, so you can flag anything as lockable. You can flag anything as lockable, like this one, for example. 221. 221 is an object on the ground of type 59. Which is a chest. Yeah, I think the chest that is on the ground is lockable because it's the one that I used to do the test for lockable objects. I love that you can chat with NPC, but I will move that to a tab name for NPC in the chat window. Yeah, it is already like that. There is a tab which is called NPC for NPC. There is a separate tab for that. And you can set the options of what you see in the different tabs under options. Our options in the old game are insane. You can set basically everything. It's something that will take some time, you know, to really migrate to the new game. I will have to implement the third-person follow camera. Should we change the mouse cursor? I think we should. Why we still have the standard mouse cursor? I think we should change it to... So one of these chests, now I don't remember which one, but probably the one next to the shop. One of these chests can be locked. Chest. Yeah, you see that lock, use, okay, pick up. So if I look at it, I can see the inside, right? If I lock it, you start lock picking. Oh fuck, it was locked actually. Yeah, so I locked the chest. This item is locked. Now, if he's locked, I mean, I lock picked the chest because it was open and I locked it. But if the chest is locked, as you can see, it tells you that this item is locked, you cannot see the inside. Now, what the bug tracker is saying is that if I pick up this, right, and from my inventory, I try to look at it, but no, it doesn't, I don't understand this bug. Is Maui online or? If you lock a box, you can still look into it. No. No, I don't understand how we reproduce this bug. I cannot reproduce it. Hello, Maui. Hi, I was just speaking of you. Tested with a crate? What do you mean? I mean, this is a chest, this is a container, right? So it counts as a container, like any other item. And if I look at it, it's saying that the item is locked and I cannot see the inside. And if I unlock it, I need to lock pick it actually, because I don't. I need a container which has slots. The chest has slots. The chest has slots for sure. Now it's unlocked, you see? I can put stuff into it. Well, assuming that chest weight capacity 65, chest size 70. I mean, I need to put something that is small enough to fit into this chest. Yes, like this. But you see, I can put stuff into it. So this is a container. There is a container. Maybe if you have the key. I mean, were you using a key? Because maybe if you have the key, the game lets you use the container automatically because it knows that you have the key. I mean, you should try like to drop the key. You didn't have the key. I can try with a crate anyway. I think I can spawn a crate. I don't know if I have a crate in my... No, the crate is not in the dummy database. You locked and pick locked it? Okay. Maybe it was a different item. But it's strange because items, I can try to get... So it was a crate. It was a crate. You remember it was a crate, right? I can search what is the crate doesn't exist. Why? It's important to know which kind of item it was. Because crate we have wooden crate, large crate. You bought it at Idla from the Diabole. From the lady? From the lady, yeah. The lady that is on the east side. What is the name? Burdes? I think it's Burdes probably. Let me check. Search by name. Burdes Kirain or something. Ah, the guy, not the girl. Ah, the guy? Ah, yes, that guy. I know. I know that guy. Wait. View NPC map. View NPC map. Isla Plaza. That guy is named Kaiman. Kaiman items. I'm on the other screen, but I'm looking at our internal thingy. So he's selling a fork, gift box, kitchen knife, picnic basket, plate, potted plant, sack, smart cloth, and wooden crate. Yes, wooden crate. Wooden crate is the one that is selling. So he's actually selling this one. Wooden crate. But then you locked it. I mean, this object by itself is not lockable. I mean, how did you lock it? I don't understand how you locked it. Because in theory, this object is not lockable, meaning that it doesn't have a lock. Kaiman, yes. So I don't know when you buy from him how you can actually lock it. I mean, we can try. Oh, by the way, the Mac release is building. It will take like a day, but it's building. Yeah, I can turn the server on. Yeah, I think I can go on myself as well, and we can see. Because in theory, you can lock only items that are lockable. If you locked an item that is not lockable, that's the problem. That for some reason you did it, you know, the server allowed you to lock something that is not lockable. And then if it's not lockable, you're basically skipping all the checks. And so that's why you can look into it. But because we have a specific flag that is telling us if that object is lockable or not. And the wooden crate is not lockable, I think. Unless it's generated as lockable when you sell it, when you buy it, but because the basic stats doesn't wait, unless no, let me do another check. Wait, because what I said is not correct. Because depends if in his inventory, so if I do character owner equal to this, and wooden crate is 7018. Wooden crate is 7018. So the lockable. Yes, it is lockable. Yes, it is. So he's selling lockable wooden crates. Yes, it does. So it doesn't sell just a normal wooden crate. He's selling lockable wooden crates. Yes. So it's okay. So I mean, it's okay in the sense that he sold you the right item, and then in theory you should be able to lock it exactly in the same way. Exactly the same way I did with my... The problem is that he's not selling you a key, so which is a bit weird. He's not selling you a key, right? So you will never have a key of that thing. You need to lockpick it all the time. Interesting. Does he has a quest? I mean, I think we need a quest that you give him the box, and like for $10, for 10 coins, is generating you a key for that particular box. Maybe it's already there, I just don't remember. But maybe he has a quest, you know, that is doing that. I mean, that would be the most, the best way, you know? That you give him the box. Okay, the server I think is up. So we can connect. And I think I can do the same. But I have to do it from the release client because my client is already not compatible anymore. It's already too new. You have 7,000 points. How much was the alpha? The alpha redeem? You remember that I added the alpha redeem to the points, right? I don't know if you know it, but I added the alpha redeem to the points. So with 8,000. So with 8,000 points, you can redeem the alpha. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. Is it in the list? Wait. Alpha access, this one. PS3 alpha access, 8,000 points. Yeah, 8,000, 7,000 points is a lot, but I mean a lot is some. I don't know how to rate it, but it's good. 8,000, so you're not too far. Okay, this is the guy that is selling the thing. There is the guy that is selling the thing. So if I go here and I say containers and I buy, wow, can I buy all? No, I can buy one. Okay, so I bought one of this. And then I have it in my inventory, right? The quiver doesn't have an icon, unfortunately. Okay, so I can look at it, and so it's not this one, it's this one, wooden crate. Wooden crate, category containers. It doesn't tell you if it's lockable or not. I think we should add it. Why doesn't it tell you if it's lockable? I think we should add it to the list, no? Wooden crate is unlockable. I just checked, it is. I just checked it now. You can lock it. I mean, the one that you buy from him is lockable. You see? You lock the wooden crate. This item is locked. Hello. You can look at this one. Can you look at the crate that is on the ground? To me, it says that it's locked. There is a typical Alt tab. You can look into it? I cannot. What do you mean? To me, look, to me it says this item is locked. Do you have superpowers or what? Do you have superpowers? Do you have superpowers? How is possible? How is it possible that you can see through a locked wood chest and I cannot? You upload a screenshot. Okay. This item is locked. It tells you that it's locked, but it's still, you can still see. Okay, wait a second. So can you put an item into it as well? But why is different from me and for you is so strange. I mean, why you can see it? And I cannot. You can put item in a locked container. Ah, okay. But you can see the, but why you can see the content and I cannot? Take this chest and drop it to the ground. Pick up. Take this chest. No, come here, come here. Where are you going? Where are you going? Take this. So this one is locked, okay? This one is locked. Let me give it to you. Let me give it to you. No, trading containers is not implemented. What the fuck? Who made this game? So I cannot give it to you. And if I drop it on the ground, you will not be able to take it because it's guarded. Unless I remove the guard. 1 second. Maybe I can remove the guard. Modify. No, I cannot. Slash guard. Ah, nice. Okay. I haven't guarded the crate. Okay, pick up the crate. This item is locked. Okay, drop it again. Drop it again. And I want to see if he's the owner that cannot see it. Just drop it again so it's your item. Without unlocking it, without doing anything. I see it, sorry. Hey, no, it tells me that it's locked. Why you can't see it? You have superpowers, that's for sure. Because now is your crate, right? That's very strange. I can check the code and see what, but I think that basically what it does is just to say this item is locked. To me it says that it also the large chest is telling me that it's locked. No, I cannot. It's telling me it's locked. Who are you? Do you have superpowers? Oops, sorry. I shown your IP, I'm sorry. Lockpick 31. Yeah, but okay, let me check which kind of checks we do, okay? Now I'm the mighty god of all what? Of all the short ones. Let me do a check. This item is locked, okay? This is the message that we receive. So somewhere in the code is here. Send item description. If get is locked, item info, this item is locked. But wait a second, because okay, one thing is the description, because this is only going into the description, huh? But then this is going to the description. Crafter and guild names. Item was crafted by guild member. Get guarding character. If it's guarded by, okay. If item is a key, if it's a weapon, if it's a shield, oh my god. Okay, all of this. If it's a container. And then it's sending you... wait a second. I have an idea. Which will be a bit stupid, but it's an idea. Wait a second. Look at this, Look at this. Crafting books. No. Didn't work. This item is locked. No, but I don't think it's here though, because I think it's here. Send container contents, but send container contents. Send container contents. If the item is locked, send a standard item description unless GM. If client gets security level is less than 2. Are you set as a GM or what? What is your security level, my friend? But I am a GM and I cannot see it. Wait a second. Your security level doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me because you have 0 security level. No, it doesn't tell me. Even on me. Ah, yes, security level 50. You know, on you it doesn't say anything. So no, you are not a GM for sure. You are not a GM. No, you may have been a. I mean, you could be a GM by mistake. I don't know, but you are not. So the code. The only thing that the code is doing is checking if it's locked. Okay, let's do something else. Let's do something else. If there is an item inside, can you see it? So I can open. I need to unlock it. Wait. This item is locked. Okay. Wait. Let me unlock it 1 second, okay? I unlock it, I open it, and I put an item into it. I put this nice bone dagger of the warrior, okay? And then and then I lock it. Okay. Can you look into it now and tell me if you only see the empty slots or if you also see the dagger? Because I think that you only see the empty slots, but in reality you don't see what's inside. That is my thinking. Like it's only a problem of clearing of Bones Dagger of the Warrior, you see it? Holy fuck. You see it, huh? That is very strange. You see it. And I don't. Can you try to check with a non-GM chart and see if it happens? Yeah, but the problem is that I mean the code is just checking get is locked. The get is locked is only returning if the item is locked. So, you know, the only check is this one that is checking if the GM level is... In theory, should be the opposite, though. If the GM level... If the client get security level is less than GM level 2, you should get this. Otherwise, you get this. So in theory, a GM should see it, and a normal player should not see it. But it's exactly the opposite. This GM level 2 is 22. It's so strange, boys. It's so strange. Okay, let's try with a non-GM character. I mean, it looks like that the check is the opposite of what it should be, which is very strange. What is this send container content called? View item is inside view item. And also send action contents. Or this get security level is fucked up. But it should not be. Normal GM level set for non-GM. Yeah, it's 0. Players have 0 security. GMs have 21. And up. 21, 22, 23, 24. I have a 50. Okay, so let's do this. Let's try with a non-GM on my server, trying to understand, because we need to reproduce this, because it is a problem. It is a real problem. It is a real problem. Also, it may be that there is more stuff fucked up due to this problem, because the fact that you can look into it, it means that the check is not correct. I don't know. I mean, it's strange. Let's do this. Let's go into the database, the dummy database, right? There is just the dummy database, okay? So don't care about passwords or anything. It's all dummy data. But the security level is correct. So I go security level 0 now. So I'm not a GM anymore, okay? I'm not a GM anymore in the dummy database. So if now I restart my server and my client, yeah, we can check if he's going through that code, but I mean, for sure he's going through that code, because that's the only point where you see the container content. It's the only part, in theory, where you see that. Okay, now this character is, this account is a player account, and so I will not be able to move because I have too much equipment on me and such, but in theory I have the chest on the ground, hopefully. Because if I can reproduce it on my machine, then it's easy to find where is the error. If I cannot reproduce it, is a problem. Okay, if I look at this chest now, it doesn't tell me that it's locked though. It's just telling me, maybe because it's unlocked at the moment. Yes, okay, let me lock it. Hello, Sean. You did your duty as a Canadian by voting today. Good job. Well done. And there is also the bar. Okay, you locked the chest. Okay, this chest is locked now. Ah! Okay. It happens also on my machine. Okay, good, 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 good. So if it happens also on my machine, we are in good shape to test it. Because, so yes, as a player, well, is this code wrong or what? If client get security level is lower than, there is a less than, is lower than GM level 2, and GM level 2 at the moment is 22, is saying item info equal to the item is locked. Wait a second though. Mistakes were made. It doesn't return. There is no return. And so it's not just sending this, it's continuing. And then here I'm sending you the items. Yeah. There is a mistake in the code. Okay. Fine. Now, why the old game is working? Because we always need to check that, right? Because why? I changed a few things on containers in Unreal because I made it a bit lighter so that... Because before in the old game you were receiving the content anyway. There is the same code of the old game, okay? View container description. Outgoing. Yeah, it was different. I changed this part because there was this view container description outgoing item info because it was based only on the item. Yeah. I know why. I know why, because my change is involving the... Yeah. Yeah. Well, why? I don't understand why we do it twice. So why as a player I get a certain description? Okay, there's lots, I will fix it, okay? So it will go away. I'm just checking why as a player I get a certain description. And as a GM I get a different one. Which seems to be a copy-paste. You see? Send item description, right? Which is this part. He has category, weight, size. And this part again has category, weight, size. Content, capacity, guarded. I mean, why we have it twice? I mean, it was twice already in the old game, but I'm just trying to understand. Average quality. Like if it's a container, in theory should not have an average quality, but well, I don't know. I mean, depend. I mean, in theory could have. Like in addition here we have average quality, quality, and charges, and the crafter name, right? While here we don't have it. So why, if we are a GM, we go and return all that stuff? And in the old code was the same. In the old code it was the same. And this is doing it only if it's locked. Because like you don't see inside of it. Okay. Yeah, but because send item description is not sending the content. It's sending only the description, for my understanding, right? I mean, I'm not completely convinced that this split is the right split, but at the moment we don't care. At the moment I don't care. Let's say that is fine. You know what I want to add though? I want to add something that tells you if this item can be locked. I mean, if he's locked, okay, he's telling you at the beginning. But if it can be locked, I think it would be nice to know. It's true that you see the icon, but maybe you don't know it. So I think what I want to do after the description, sorry, do you see the description of the item or what? Because you also see the description of the item, which in theory you should not see, because no, well, the description maybe you can. The description I think is fine. Fill container message. Okay. Okay, so what we need to do, locked containers should not show the content except to GMs. The problem is that if we do this, the GM will never go there. I think the GM can just unlock it. It's a bit annoying though. I think it would be nice if the GM can see the content as well, but... Okay. Let's say even if GM. And then maybe we change it. So if this thing is locked, so we get the locked again. So we get this thing. If get locked. And... and if get locked, let's say if not get locked, we do this, okay? Otherwise we don't do it. And right. Now, in addition though, I would like maybe before the description to say that this item can actually be locked. So, do we have a get is lockable? Is lockable? Yes, we have it. So if it's lockable, but at the same time is not locked. At the same time is not locked. I think it would be nice to say that this item can be locked, right? So I think it's nice to say item info plus this item can be locked. Okay. So that we know they can be locked. Okay. I think I can put this fix in production as well. I mean in production meaning in the test survey. Because anyway it's a simple change, it's only affecting PS item. I think we didn't change PS item for anything else. And it's not breaking the compatibility. So I think I can... I think I can put it there. So we can test it immediately. Number of slots used would be useful if locked. No, I think if it's locked you should not really be able to see anything. Except the weight. I mean, you can still weight it in your hands. So the weight, the size, the capacity. Yeah, this is all stuff that you see. The category. But you don't see the content. So the content is never sent to you. I did this change because before, in the old client, actually you were getting the content on your client. So you could cheat somehow and see the content of every container. And also it was sending a lot of unnecessary data. And so I changed it, but I didn't do it correctly. Because yeah, I didn't test it with a player. Now this can be locked, wait a second, because this can be locked, I put it only for players now. Because there is the code that is executed for players, because the code is executed for GMs is actually this one. There is a master key, opens, blah blah blah. But what I don't understand is, if you are a game master, how the hell do you get the content of the item? I'm a bit confused here, because if it's through the we return, when we are a game master, and so we don't execute anything of this code, how is it possible that I get the content anyway? That is kind of strange. Same container content. Wait a second. Maybe we do it twice. No, I don't understand. I don't understand what the hell is going on here. I don't understand how it's possible that as a GM, I get the items if the items are sent only here. I don't understand this. Okay, let's test one thing at a time, but I'm very confused of why. Very confused of why. And also, I don't like the fact that we have two functions, one for GMs and, I mean, two different pieces of code, one for GMs, one for player. I understand the GMs can see a bit more, but at the same time, why do this? So basically what I think that as a GM, I will never see the content of the I will never see a content. Because only when it's locked. Okay, because it's only when it's locked. Yeah, no, it's correct. Because it's only when it's locked that it's taking this stupid other way. And so yes, I don't see the content. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's a bit weird, but it's okay. I mean, this flow is weird. I mean, in theory, it would be much better to avoid calling this and having the code here and then saying just if GM show these other two lines, and that would be so much more understandable than splitting into two functions, you know. But anyway, it was done this way, and we keep it this way. There was just this check that was not added, and so now, if it's locked, you will not see the content anymore. So I think now we will be fine. Okay, let's test it 1 second on my machine. So if I try to... This one I don't know if it's locked or not, but anyway. Yeah, we go into this code and... I don't even get the description though. What the fuck? Why? I didn't even get the description box. Uh-oh. What? We broke it more, huh? Is the item locked? Yes. I'm a player? Yes. Get item info. Okay. I broke it more, boys. He's doing all of this nice stuff. Okay. And then... Ah, fuck. My bad. Okay. Yes. I broke it more. Because actually, it's only this line. It's only this line that is different. So if... because this is sending the basic description and it is sending the content. So only the content should be checked for that particular thing, right? But we should always send the description anyway. Okay. Okay, let me try again. Let me try again. Okay, so one succeeded. One succeeded, let's try again, but I'm pretty confident now it should be fine. So we just started normally without debug. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. And we can put it in test server anyway. I think it's a good fix. Yeah, there was a bug really. This was really a bug of my porting. So when I ported the game and I did the change for containers to be smarter, actually I forgot that there were also the locked containers. And so I was showing the content anyway. Yes, at the moment it's showing you an empty container. Okay, I understand. In reality, it's not empty. Because if I unlock it and I successfully unlock it, which hopefully will happen, I will see the items. But I think we don't want that. You see? This item can be locked. That's interesting. There is a new feature just added. So at the moment it's showing you empty slots. It's showing you empty slots because it's strange though, because the array is empty. So we were not sending a container message then? We are not sending a container message. So we were sending a normal item message in case yes, receive item details. Yeah, we are using two different things. So if it's locked, we send this one. Okay, I think we can do the same. So we can say if it's a container, but it's locked, and we are a player. So basically, if we arrive here, right? If we arrive here, okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Even if GM is wrong, because if we are a GM anyway, we are going to bail out here. So the only difference is item name, item info, item image, and stack count doesn't make any sense. Because stack count, if it's a container, stack count will always be 1 actually. But stack count, holy moly. Stack count. Anyway, stack count would be always 1, I guess. You're not even displaying it, by the way. Not even displaying it, so I think it's okay. No, actually he's displaying it, which is a bit stupid, but he's displaying, because he's displaying a 1 in parentheses, but I think it's okay. So basically now, okay, so let me rephrase this thing. So if it's not locked, we show the content, okay? Which is this part. If it's locked, we send a normal item message display. So we display. So if we display the description or the window as if it was a normal item, right? So you don't get the cells for the slots, right? And basically this is this one. We should never use anymore this thing, by the way. We should always use get PS controller, which is the new function. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because if he's locked, you are not even getting the container description, right? Yeah, I mean the container window. You are getting an item window. At the moment, yes. If your container belongs to you and you lock it, you need to unlock it to see the content, yes. Because in theory, inside, something different may have happened. Like there is a small monster that is eating you all your items inside a chest. You don't know it unless you unlock it. So that's, you know, let's say that's by design. Yeah, we remove the empty slots. Because the empty slots are, yeah, I agree, are confusing. It should not be there. I agree. Okay, so now this one is not locked, and so I see everything. And you see that this one is the container. Is the container window, because for example he has combine, take all, open inventory, you know, is a different window really. You can rename the container. But if I lock it, and here is the progress bar. I don't know if it's very visible, but there is a progress bar actually. If I lock it, now I should get the normal item description. Yes, you see? So it doesn't have the icons, it doesn't have anything. It's just... the only stupid thing is a bit this, which is the one stack. But anyway. But this is a normal item description window. You don't get the chest. Now, if I'm a GM... I'm basically getting the same, unless with just some additional information, unless I really unlock the chest. Why does it take so long to lock it? Because you are lock picking without a key. Because you don't have, in this case I don't have a key. I'm just lock picking the lock like a thief. You know, because we don't have a key for this chest. So we are lockpicking manually, and lockpicking manually takes time. I think it's even too fast. But there is a formula behind, so it's based on your lockpicking skills and the complexity of the lock, which I guess in this case is very simple. But there is a reasoning behind. Okay, I think it's good. So I think that this particular change should not be doing any mess with the... should not be doing any mess with our server if we check it in, because this change is only on PS item, and PS item I think has never been touched in the last few days since the release, hopefully. The previous change was the 31 of March, so I think we are pretty good. Ah no, sorry, the previous change was the 22 of June. The 22 of June. Which anyway is before the release. So I can check in only this piece. And no, only PS item, because PS character with the changes I cannot. So change to... so fixed containers not to show content when locked. When locked. Okay, so we check in only PS item. Now we have to be careful on the server side. By the way, the Mac release is still going. It will take about 12 hours. We have to be careful because here under source, can I press R? Yes, I can. Here under source, I want to SVN update only PS Unreal, bulk objects, PS item.cpp. That's the only one that I want to update. Right, because otherwise we make a mess, because the server is not compatible anymore. I mean, the new changes are not compatible anymore, so I cannot get all the changes. I only need to get this change. But locking, it would require key. I mean, you can... I mean, if you are a thief, you can try to lock pick the lock, you know? Like, you understand what was lock picking means? Lock picking? I mean, You use you know your I don't know, use a knife, you use something. You use a knife or any weird tool like this to actually force the lock open and force the lock closed, right? But you are doing it with a different skill. Now, if you have the key, yes, it's immediate. If you have the key, is instant. Now, we don't have a key of that thingy, so we are using it like this. You can lock and unlock with a thief skill. So if you are a thief, you are also able to lock. Not just unlock. Just because it's the same mechanism, I mean, it's the same thing. Doesn't make any difference. I mean, it's the same technique, you know? Well, actually, I don't know. But for us, it's like that. For us, it's actually like that. And also when I D&D, also when I tabletop, if people can unlock, they can also lock. But in theory, I don't know if you can lockpick open or closed for real. But we can Google it if you want. Just a second, because the server is still... okay, good. So the server... What? Ah, yes, it's me. Yeah, sorry, okay, fine. No, I had a... So the server was down. Okay, we are restarting the server, and in theory now he has the fix in. So if you want to fix it, if you want to check it, Maui, I think now it would work fine, but I can check it with you. So I can just sit in a corner in a box, lock it, unlock it until I get experience. Yes, you get experience of locking and unlocking that complexity of lock. Yes, which makes sense, by the way. Is exactly what people do to get experience, right? You try over and over the same lock. Now, there may be locks that are too complex, and so you will never be able to unlock with that skill, but there's kind of another reasoning. But like, it's the same that if you are fighting, you know, if you are practicing sword with a dummy target, like we have in the game. In the game we have dummy targets, and you can just go at the dummy target and fight. You are gaining experience with sword. Now it's less fun, so I would not suggest it, but because it's less fun than actually roaming around and searching for monsters and killing them, but you can still do it. So no, there is no mechanic to prevent that. If you want to practice with a dummy target, with a puppet, or if you want to practice with a simple lock, with a dummy lock, you can. Wouldn't people just macro that? Yes, they do, but if we find them doing it, we just ban their account, so they usually don't do it. I mean, or they do it in a smart way, let's say. But usually what we do is that we have a rule for botting. Botting basically means scripting actions like fighting or crafting. So basically our rule is that if a GM comes next to you and speaks to you and you can actually answer, then you are not botting, meaning that you are actually there. But if your character doesn't answer, then you are considered botting. Then you have a flag for cheating. Why not just make the box only give you experience the first time you lock it and unlock it? I mean, why? The server is going up now. It takes about 3 minutes and now it's up. Exactly now. I mean, why you want to do it once? I mean, once is so little. So once means that you need to find 1 million locks around the land to actually increase your skills. That would be impossible. Large chest. This item is locked. I don't see shit. I don't know what you see, but you should not see anything in this large chest. A wooden crate. But if that person doesn't speak the GM language, well, English is required, at least to speak with the GMs. I mean, he can answer in any language. He can answer something like what in his language, but if he doesn't answer anything, is a problem. What do you mean I locked? It was unlocked. Oh my god, I fucked up something with the locked ones. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? The first time didn't work as expected. This item can be locked. Okay. Because what? Ah, because the container is guarded. Ah, because you try to unlock it at the same time? Ah, okay, because I was a bit confused. We can check if there is someone there if they don't respond in chat. You see, our GMs are super smart. They have techniques to understand if there is a human behind or not. But let's say that in general, when we explain the rule, people don't do it. Okay, so the people... Because this is an MMO, so if you are spending like, 100 hours and then your character gets deleted or get banned, I mean, you lost 100 hours. So I think there is very few people that really want to risk that, right? And in general, we give a warning, So it's not that we ban you instantly, right? So we do it with some common sense. So we ask you why, what are you doing, why you didn't answer the other day, were you there, were you not there? And the guy will say, no, actually was not there. I created a beautiful script that plays for me. And we say, hey, sorry, this is not allowed. And he will say, oh, I didn't know I was not allowed. It's okay, don't do it again. You want the game to manage itself as much as possible. Yeah. Detecting botting is not that easy. I mean, server side, right? It's not that easy. So can we say that it works, Maui, or not? Can we say that it works or not? I don't know why I have this instrument in my hand, but I think it's because the quiver doesn't have an icon. I'm responsible for it works. Nice. I'm responsible for fixing it. You are responsible for telling me if it works. Okay, it works. Nice! Victory! Victory! We did it! We did it! Okay. Victory! What does the Guardian do? Yeah, so if you drop an item by mistake, or if you drop it by real, because you really want to drop it, the item gets a guarded flag. So basically, no one else can touch it except you. So I can drop the Staff of Ways, which is a very nice item. That's one. And you will not be able to pick it up. I mean, you can try, maybe. Try to pick it up. But it will tell him something like, the item is guarded. You cannot pick it up, right? Only if you remove the guard, then... which, by the way, should be kind of a right click as well. Because I think no one will ever remember there is Lash Guard. But anyway, and no one will ever know. But I'm gonna close it as fixed, yes. So basically, there is a way to display. For example, if let's say that you are role playing a picnic with some friends, you know. So you are role playing that you are having a picnic here, and you put all the stuff around you. You put, you know, some nice cheese, some nice meat, some nice stuff, and then another random new player pass by your picnic and picks up everything, right? That would be a problem. So yes, like an apple in a sack, exactly. The problem is that if I do it, I think I will be able to pick it up anyway because I'm a GM, but you cannot pick it up. Understand? So our game is very complex. We have a lot of super rules. Look at this magic stuff, by the way. Isn't it incredible? Very nice stuff. Which is also one of the beauty of Plane Shift is, you know, all the stuff that we added through the years. And so there are a million small things that we added in the code, and they are there and only few people know. And but anyway, okay, so this is fixed. Very nice. Bye-bye. Bye. So this is fixed. We can flag it as fixed. Very nice. I will close it as fixed. Because this one is already on the server, and so I close it as fixed because it's already available. Wow, this one was broken since 077. Holy moly. Holy moly. Can we add a nice green particle effect to the staff? Yes, we should. We should do it. But man, I only have 2 hands. And 1 life, so I need more people to help on that. But yes, in theory we can. I found a dead bug because I was going backward. I mean, I was going from the oldest to the newest. So I was searching the old releases, like 074. Unescapable hole. For example, also this one we can try to fix it. Unescapable hole near bronze doors. Position. This one maybe I fixed already. Let me check it. Position 529. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Okay, let me try it with. A lot of us can do things like that. In theory, yes, but then in practice it doesn't happen. Why? Huh? Why? Why doesn't happen? I don't know. No, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. There's people that are randomly helping, but usually they want to help on the stuff that they like to do, you know. But video game making is not doing stuff that you like. It's doing stuff that you need to do. And so, for example, when I say, so there is a 3D model. A 3D model that says, I would like to design a new player character. Bro, we don't have any new player character. I mean, you can fix an existing one and improve it a bit. And he will start to say, improving and existing. I would like to create something new. So it's not that easy, I tell you, it's not that easy to have people help on meaningful stuff. I mean, stuff that you really need. Because, for example, voiceovers, right? Ah, it's very nice to do a voiceover, okay. Then, 1 second, I need to avoid dying. Oh, fuck, I died already. Let's do a 9,000 something. Why I'm falling down so much? I'm falling down anyway in this place. Wow, it's so much higher than this. Okay. Wow. I think it's this thing. I cannot move because I died, in theory. No, I'm in the death realm. Okay, so I think this is the hole they are speaking about. And I agree. I agree it's not a great thing to have. Okay. So where is this place? Where is this place? Oh my god, that is such a big... But it may be in an area that we didn't terraform yet. Yeah, most likely. You see, this is like in the middle of nowhere, so... I mean, I can still fix it, but it's really in a place that in theory players should never reach. I mean, it should not go yet because it's not a playable area. No, I was saying like voiceover. Ah, yes, I want to do a voiceover. Okay, like this guy joined. He did like 5 voiceover and then left and disappeared forever. And so now I have half of the character creation voiced over, then the other half not. And so now we have to change voice because he didn't finish the job, right? It's just super annoying. So the problem is having people that are actually helping, but they are also finishing the job. I mean, it maybe just went busy, you know, with his life, and he maybe found a job. I think he was without a job when he helped, and then probably found a job or something. And I mean, it's okay. I'm not. I mean, it's anyway people that are working for free, and so it's totally fine. But still, is a bit disruptive, right? Because here we are not even in a sector, by the way. So I really have no idea where I am. I have the coordinates. Okay, we can go by coordinates. Yeah, because I want to close the old bugs, because it makes no sense that we have bugs since 074, right? 074 doesn't really make sense. Okay, let me... we need to re-download the maps now. I don't know which maps. Let's just get them all, because I have no idea. No, I mean, it's fine, but for example... Another problem is, and I'm doing this since 20 years, so I have a lot of experience with that, you know, with having random contributors, because I really did a lot. I mean, I work with thousands of people. I mean, I'm not saying 1,000 just because to say a high number. I mean, it's really 1,000. So the other problem is that someone joins and say, I want to help you. but the time it takes me to explain how to do it and what to do is as long as the task, you know, as if I do it myself. So well, I really need to understand if that person is going to stay for 2 or 3 or 4 tasks. Otherwise, I'm just wasting time, right? And that's a kind of another skill that you need to learn in this case. So to understand when people are really interested, they have the skill, they also have the time, but it's a bit of a gamble all the time, right? Because someone can do one thing and then disappear, and it took you so much to. So usually what happens, you know, I think at the end, I mean, if I'm scanning, you know, all the hundreds and hundreds of people, I think at the end, the people that really did a lot of stuff, they just joined without asking any question, and they just started to produce stuff basically by themselves, and then at a certain point went away, but very, very, very long time after they joined. So these are the strong contributors. You know, the strong contributors are people that join and understand a bit of the game, understand what I need, and maybe they see a model that is missing, and without asking anything, they just produce it, you know, in Blender. They send it to me, okay, and say, okay, I've seen that you didn't have that model, here it is, right? And maybe, okay, it's not the right poly count, it's not the right standard, it's not the right whatever, but I mean, it just did something without spending my time, right? And that's very beautiful. But it happens very rarely, I have to say. But these are usually the country, like for example, there is people that say, oh, I want to do music. Like there's a lot of people that like to do music, and usually I go like, okay, you want to do music? Can you listen to our music in game? So download the client and download, and then, you know, there is all the music in a zip file. But maybe even that they don't do. They say, no, but I can show you my stuff. Yeah, I know you can show my stuff, but I need you to listen to our music first to understand where we are. So it's always a bit of a fight to find the people that are really contributing, because they need to have the skill. And then the other problem is that if they have really the skill, they are busy people, and so they don't really have the time. Except very few chosen ones. They actually exist, but they are very few. And we had a lot of chosen ones, huh? Look at this beautiful village, by the way. We had very few chosen ones, but very, very, very good ones. Basically, all the stuff that you see in the game is made mostly by the chosen ones. So the people that joined and started to produce like good models immediately, without asking questions, or anyway asking the right question and just producing. So we need to find that hole. Now I think the only solution for finding that hole is to take like this tree and put it. Can I have a small object? But I think it's different for everyone. I think it's really different from everyone. So every person. But I had so many contributors. Really, that was good. At the end, is good. So many people helped. Even with small stuff, but so many people helped. Yeah, that's the manager in you. Yeah, that's the management of time and management of people. Trying to understand when it's appropriate, when not appropriate. And yeah. But I have the same problem on myself, because anyway, I also have to manage my time and, you know, being able to move on with the game. So it's really not easy, but in general, I'm very open to new contributors, right? I'm very open. I mean, if you ask to anyone that you know, wow, we are very far away here. If you ask to anyone, you know, that wanted to contribute, I'm usually very open and try to help them to understand what to do. And what the hell? Why sometimes the position of my work composition actor here is not in the right place? That's very strange. It happened already. So basically it's saying that I'm here, but I'm not here. So actually I have no idea where I am at the moment. But I think I am higher than this. I think I'm probably or here, one of the two. Yes, exactly. Yes, I'm in this map. Iliacum X11Y blah blah blah. Now I have no idea what is this monster over here. But just for the sake of having people not fall into this gap, we're gonna fix it, okay? So we're just gonna fix it, so we close the... But it is one of the reports that are a bit useless, I have to say, because, I mean, I understand, but it doesn't really help, you know, to... Okay, so now in theory, it is fixed. So you cannot fall anymore into that hole because it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so it is X1101. I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna save anything else because I moved some stuff. $11X. Yeah, I think it's very nice to have people join, because I mean there are some people that are really taking it with the right spirit, and so I think that it's very nice that they come back, you know, maybe 5 years later or 10 years later, and some of their assets, you know, are still in the game, and the game is still alive, you know. I think it's very nice. If they take it with the right spirit, that's very nice. Why sometimes it doesn't travel? Okay, just reloaded it to be sure that maybe there are other unescapable holes here, but here we are pretty much at the end of the world, so it's not. Okay, I'm gonna close that and I'm gonna check it in. Fixed hole in the ground. So I think we're gonna just close that bug because it was open so long time ago, and anyway, I'm not gonna set it as pending release. I think it's okay. So we were at what? 074. So 074 now should be empty, right? Okay, 074 is empty. 075 doesn't exist, so 076. Wow, 076 is a lot of bugs still. Floating lake mushrooms in Bronze Door Cave. Okay. Position. Okay, we have the position. Lake mushrooms. I think this one maybe we can fix because this one I think is in an area which is actually a playable area today. So BD out. I don't know exactly if he's in BD out, but probably is one of these two maps. Yeah, postponed unfortunately is the default value. So if you don't set it as something else, it becomes postponed automatically. Which is not always what we want, but that's how it works. Okay, let me try to put this guy. And let me set this guy with the coordinates that we have in the bug report. Which is this. This. Oh, I think I cut off one number. And this. And then let's focus selected. Focus selected. Okay. So they say that there are some floating mushrooms. Which is very possible. Unfortunately, we don't have a screenshot, so we don't know. Maybe they have been fixed. Maybe they have been fixed, because I don't see any floating mushrooms here. They seems to stay on the... Well, maybe this one a bit. No. No, I think they are okay. Wait, no. This one are fine. Well, underwater maybe, but I don't see any floating mushrooms. The report says floating lake mushrooms in a Bronze Door Cave. Floating lake mushrooms. I don't see any. I think I'm gonna close it. Maybe we fixed it, you know? This one seems to be above the water. It's very close. Can move it like this. If because there are waves, so if I move it down too much, it will go down. Yeah, the problem is that these ones in theory should float, you know, yeah, so the reflection is a bit weird. But if I put them down, a part of the reflection continues to be weird, even if they are underwater. But if I put them lower than this, they are going not to be seen. So it's just the reflection material. It's just the material that is reflecting in a weird way. It's the water material that is reflecting stupidly. So I would say this one fixed. Easy fix, boys. 076, Floating sign in BD Road 2. And floating barrel in BD Road 2. Okay. And floating objects in Gugronted Valley. Okay, this one, I think the floating object in Gugronted Valley should be fixed because I fixed all the Gug objects. There is a floating wagon, a barrel, and a catapult with some sign nearby the floating as. Yeah. These are basically the one that are. Yeah, I know. These are the ones that are in other instances. But anyway, let's try to go there and see. 73, 41. I think this one I should see it in game though, because this one may be objects in other instances, you know. And this one may really be objects in other instances. You see that my pointer is always here, but in reality I'm in another place. I think they fucked up something with that. So basically I don't know where I am. Anyway, it's saying Goog, so let's load Goog and see. But I think I should test it in game, because I think these are items that are probably loaded from the database. What? It didn't load anything. Or at least the place is not here. Okay, let's try to go in game. I think it's easier. These are small bugs anyway. I'm just checking them because potentially they are, you know, there is a wall area with broken items, and so I think maybe worth checking it. And also because I want to close these very, very old bugs. I don't want to keep them laying around forever. See you, Maui. I think I will go as well soon. But thank you for watching and for reporting the bugs. It's very useful. It's very, very useful because... Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Okay, let me try to teleport myself to this place. No. Let me try to teleport myself to this place. Okay. Holy moly! Okay, this one, for example, is a good one, you know, because we really have a bunch of random stuff. But my take is that this stuff is... was probably part of an event. I mean, I don't see any reason why it should be here. Unless it's part of a... I think it was part of an event or something. I don't know if Wadjet is here, but... If you... Wadjet, if you are here, do you remember creating a cart like this? My artillery, okay. Yes. So at the moment he's here in the middle of Norway. This artillery thing, eh? There is also a book. We can... It's saying ballista. It's saying ballista. But I'm too far from it to be able to read it. Maybe now I can. Ballista. You roll twice. First for 8 distance and the second time to align the shot left and right. If you roll 100 each time and closer you are to the 50, the better you aim. Holy moly. So you were having people shooting this ballista with a roll. That's a great idea, by the way. So are they permanent? So these two things should be I mean in a real place, right? Next to Goog. Because they are next to Goog. What I can do, I can, instead of moving the item, I can raise the ground. I morphed my other account into a gigantic archery target. That was a good idea anyway. Very nice. Very nice. I like it. Very, very nice. So what I can do, if you want to leave, so if I go in game at the moment in the old game, I can see these things. Like you didn't move them to another instance, or because they are in instance 0. So what I can do, I can raise the ground so they are still available. If you want them here, right? Set me gravity on. If you still want them, I can keep them. Why not? And I just don't know what are these two signs. Probably because they should be below ground. So probably the ground should arrive, yes, at this range. I understand. We can leave them. We can leave them. I just need to raise this terrain. Like 2, 4, 6 meters or something like that. I mean, we'll need a bit of tweaking, right? We cannot change the terrain in game, unfortunately. That would be very nice, but also because it will not be replicated to everyone. But there is also a target here, and there is another sign. There is another sign here. Lang's Scar. Interesting. Okay. So now I'm just trying to understand, how do I raise the terrain that in a way that is actually correct, considering I don't have these items. Maybe I can take the position of the items. I can take the position of the items and put, like, if I take this one and I take his position and the height is 10, 830, 10, 830. And then I go here, and then I go here. Yeah, it's not very easy to do it this way. But I think there's another way. I think it is because I can see Goog. Wait. Can I? Yeah, I can see Goog there. But how is it possible? I don't have... What? Wait, this... Ah, because I'm on the other side. Okay. Is here, is in this side. Is it in this side of Goog? Okay, it's exactly this location. It's exactly this location. Now... 10,830. Yes, thank you. So we can maybe take a barrel, put it at 10,830, and I don't know if that barrel, but anyway, that barrel should be partially below ground, I guess. At least should be below ground until half of it or something like that. Because this one, well, this one probably is even better, because this one should sit on the ground. This catapult shot, which by the way, I don't know what is it. What item is it? It's a metal ore. Okay, it's a metal ore. So this one is probably even better as a position. Is 10,830. Wow, it's exactly the same. Holy moly. Really? No, because I'm messing up. I'm doing pause and I'm not doing info. That's why. Is actually 11,308. 11,308. Okay. So if we take an item, hopefully a small item, like a weapon or something, and I place it at 10, what? 11,308. Yeah, 11,308. 11,308. Okay. I think we can just have it flat in this area, a bit like it is here, but just raise the land. We should remember though. How do we remember? Because then when I will terraform this part, I may change it again. That's a bit tricky, huh? That's a bit tricky. I mean, how do we remember? Or I put a placeholder, but if I put a placeholder, it will remain in game as well. Which is a problem. Which is a problem, my friends. Now, I think the center of the axe is here, okay. Is in the handle. So actually, if we have it like this, you know, that the handle is going a bit below, I think this is exactly the height that we need. I think it is exactly the height that we need. Now, we need that thing to be. Wait, maybe we can also do. We can also have a hill, you know, why not? This could be a hill. But let's say between this and that. Is this the same height of this? Yes, pretty much it is. Okay, I think it's fine. So we can have, you know, this thing connected and this thing connected. But then, so this is where the catapult is. But then we need a way for the people to go up. So I will have to create a sort of passage anyway, like this, and also one that you can use to go down, right? Otherwise, okay. Now the problem is that you wanted this part to be flat, right? To be flat. I don't know if I like it really, but we can just lower the archery target down. I mean, moving all these items is a mess, but moving just the target I think is easy. It's just 2 items or 3 items. So maybe I would not advise moving all of this. I think it's good that we made the land, you know, at the right level. But so imagine that here you have a hill, right? You have a hill that is connecting these 2 thingies, and you can go up and down. Now your targets, well, maybe I can connect this part to those targets. Okay, let's try to do that. Quintain. What is Quintain? 73,551. $73,551 minus 4220,894 and the height is 11,238. The height is pretty much the same. 11,238. 238. Okay, so basically the main target was here. I think I don't have a lot of issue in making it flat. But is this another target or what? I don't know what is this thing. Slide them down. I mean, we can also make it flat a bit. I mean, I can go... ramp from here to here until my item. Like a golf course, right? It's like if we are designing a golf course now. So like, we want this thing to be flat this way, the other way. Look at this, huh? Boom. Not enough. Why? Boom. Okay, now in theory is exactly matching that. Oops. Now if we can make it a bit more, you know, natural instead of just a flat thing, I would prefer, but we will keep, you know, maybe from here down we will go with another ramp, but we will go down to the ground, and on the left I don't know, I think we can go flat for a bit and then go down as well. So basically the targets will be kind of preserved. I mean, do you still use that thing or no? Maybe not. You know. Okay, so this will be the new look. Wow, there's a big hole that we should close. This will be the new look of this thing. So there will be actually... And this area I think is too steep, huh? I think it's okay. So it will be a bit of a hill here, you know, that you have to go up this way. And here is where your catapult is. And your target is basically in front of you, okay? Your target is here. Well, it's actually here. So I should be sure that until that we are, yes. Your target is there. Then it goes down a bit. And here, I don't know. As an event I was planning to repeat. Yeah, sounds fun anyway. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. I think it's a fun event. I mean, it's a nice idea. You basically built an item that doesn't exist, right? And it's nice. Okay, so for now we'll be like this. And it is the Google level. So I think we can save it. And so it will be available at the next release. But yeah, don't care about this. It will disappear now. So the next, so this one, I don't know. To me, we can delete it. Okay. So we flatten the terrain to match with the ballista position. So I will close it. I don't want to put it as wait, I will close it from here. I don't want to put it as fixed pending release. I mean, it's so old. It's more than, I mean, it's like 6 months old. So I will just close it. But we know that in the next release that will be good, okay? And then we have to check it, but I think it's fine. It should match the catapult a bit, so you don't have to move all the items. Because I guess moving all the items is kind of annoying. Fixed terrain where ballista is. By the way, we can build maybe a ballista item. Why not? I mean, you can have a real item. Okay. Yeah, but I think will take us some time to find all these locations, because I guess there are many locations around the world that are probably similar to that, and 076. .076 floating sign in BD Road 2. I think this is probably the other sign, or maybe it's another sign. Unfortunately, guys, now I really need to go. My time is over for tonight, but we can see each other tomorrow. If you're new to the stream, just click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. That would be nice, and also is completely free. If you want to do the extra mile and help us a bit more, you can go to patreon.com/planeshift, where you have a Patreon site. You can join and support us. We are 51. We were 50 yesterday, so there is one that probably reconnected the... I didn't get a notification, so it means that probably is a returning one. Yes, I think it's a returning one. Okay, so good night, boys. You have 7,175. So how much you got in 3 hours? How many you got in 3 hours? I don't know. I have to go back. You had 7,060. So you got about 100 in 3 hours. About 100 in 3 hours. So you need another week or so, or 2 weeks. I don't know. You need another. Depends how much I stream. But you're getting closer to getting the alpha, which is very nice. Okay, that is done. See you, boys. Bye bye. You can also gamble with the slots. We have slots and gamble, but that's risky. There was a guy that joined and he gambled 3 times with all in, and he actually did it. He actually got like 9,000 points, but he was super lucky. Like he had 2,000 points, and he did gamble all 3 times, and he won all 3 times. I can explain you the commands the next time, so you can lose all your points in one day. Bye bye. Hula knows all the commands. He was using them a lot.